Hey Clean Nation, welcome to the Grow My Cleaning Company podcast. We've got a special new and improved intro. For the first time in 3 years, we're doing an open to the public live event. It is limited to 12 amazing owners of cleaning companies that are doing six figures and want to do 7. You cannot sign up. You have to only get a call and see if you're a fit. But if you want info, growmycleaningcompany.com/live, growmycleaningcompany.com/live. If you would like info on hanging out with me, my bride, 11 other six-figure entrepreneurs who want to go to 7, and get the entire clean profit method to the best of my abilities in just about 3 days. growmycleaningcompany.com/live.
Hey, this is Jered Robinson from Grow My Cleaning Company. So if you have ever seen an ad or been to our website or seen a banner, anything, it's come from me. So if you hate us, if you hate it, you should probably turn the episode off. Because you're like, I hate this guy anyway. But if you're like, hey, this stuff's worked for me and I'm involved in this world and I like the voice, I like the tone, I like the direction, great. Let's chat. So part of being involved in the marketing aspect of what I do is that I get exposed to a lot of different mediums, a lot of different platforms, and a lot of different techniques to how to grow online. And you know, in these types of podcasts where this is a solo cast is what we call it internally, which is just like, hey, I'm actually getting trained today. So he has coaches and stuff. And so he's offering, I don't know where he is, San Diego? I actually have no idea where he is, but something like that. And so we're doing the solo cast. And so for me, it's I'm like a free range cow right now. You know, no, I'm not in the fence of my cage. Mike, Jered, let me ask you some questions. This is just Jered. What the heck do you want to talk about? Great, I'm gonna go out and eat that piece of grass. So let's go talk about that. So for me, I've been kind of thinking, what is it? And you know, the last time I was on with Mike, we discussed and kind of talked about, we touched into messaging and whatnot. And I want to go deeper. I want to talk more about this because the more money I spend, the more time I spend, the more success that we have, the more I realize that it is our position in the market that allows us to see success. And that position that we have has been created through the way that we speak. Let me share this with you. You guys have all heard this, the saying of, you know, or at least boys whine about, well, girls don't like, they don't like nice guys. Nice guys finish last. And that's not true. It's not. Boring nice guys finish last. But being nice is a great attribute. It's a great attribute that all women want. Nobody wants to be mistreated. They just don't want boring. And so there's something that can be associated with being boring and nice. And so we sometimes think, well, I want to be nice because I know girls like nice. So therefore, we remove aspects of our personality trying to be nice and we become boring. We don't want that. That's not what we want. And we do the same thing with our marketing and with our message and with our voice and with our sales is that we say, what do they want? They want professional. They want someone who's on the ball. They want someone who's doing this. And so what do I need to do? I need to become that person. I need to talk like that. I need to be that. Let me go one step more personal here. So I went to a school that had a dress code in college. You couldn't wear shorts on campus. You couldn't have long hair. You couldn't have facial hair. It was a clean cut place. And which is funny because if you're watching this on YouTube, I have a beard and I have hair down to my shoulders. And yeah, I'm also currently wearing shorts. But yeah, at this college, you could not. And you know, I was single at the time walking through this college, and it's the same principle is going to take place here, which is like, how do I stand out? How does a girl pay any attention to me if I just look like everybody else? And so I kind of went a little bit more extreme in my style at that point than I do today because I knew it was important that people were able to identify who I was. They would say, who's Jered? Oh, he's the guy with the Taco Bell lime green shirt. Oh yeah, I know him. Because I wasn't breaking the rules by wearing a lime green shirt, but I was able to stand out wearing a lime green shirt. And I had different hairstyles than what was typically, the faux hawk was very popular when I was in college. And so I made sure I had a dope faux hawk so that, yeah, I stood out. And sure, it probably wasn't my best look, and I'll admit that, but it worked. What happened is, yeah, there were certain people who thought, well, I don't want anything to do with the guy wearing a lime green Taco Bell shirt. But there was other people who say, man, I love the fact that this guy's being different. And I was able to attract the people that I wanted to attract using this technique. Your business, in what you do, you create relationships with the people you work with. And so if you try to be like everyone else, you try to be the nice guy, you are opening the door to being the boring nice guy that's going to get whomped on. And then your mood and your life is affected by people who are coming into it. And we don't want that. Yeah, just as like if I said to you, how do you feel if I was to just say, you can date everybody? Yeah, anybody who wants to date you, they can date you. You'd be like, no, I kind of want to have a say in this. I kind of want to have the ability to do this. Well, if you're presenting the wrong version of yourself, and then people are coming attracted to the wrong version of yourself, you're just going to set yourself up for not a very fun relationship. The same goes for your cleaning company. You need to have a voice, a personality, a core value that represents who you are. And from there, that needs to be what you identify as. And you need to be fully aware that you are not going to speak to everyone, that there are going to be people who go, huh? What? No, thanks. I'm looking for that boring, nice guy. Sure, knock yourself out. But there's going to be other people who go, wait, who's that guy in the lime green shirt? Oh, that's Jeff's cleaning company. I'm interested in that. That's different. I appreciate that. And then that person who's coming in is getting a more authentic version of yourself. And if they're attracted to the more authentic version of yourself, they're most likely going to be attracted to them. And now you have a relationship that could work with each other. And so I can't tell you enough. Avoid being the nice guy. Avoid it. Being a nice guy is the same thing as being a great cleaner. Everyone claims to be a nice guy. Everybody claims to be a great cleaner. So what is going to make you different? So there's really two ways that you're going to get, if we just kind of break it down, it's like word of mouth referral or someone finding you, right? Whether that's you presenting yourself to them, that can be done through social media marketing, door hangers, postcards, yada, yada, or they're coming to you. So that could be from phone calls to Google searches to coming to your website. And then there's, the third, which is someone says, hey, check these guys out. Those are really your three doors that you have to grow. And so let's reflect on all of them. So let's go door number one, which is you're coming to people. So when you come to people, sometimes you're able to target that. So like, for example, if you're residential, yeah, you might go into the higher range homes and do door hangers because that's where those people are. Now, if your door hanger says cleaning this much, what's going to stop them from choosing? All you're doing is saying, hey, hopefully you're looking for a cleaner today. And if you are, this is how much I would charge you to clean your house. If you had an opportunity to have that person open the door and you have a conversation with them, I would hope you wouldn't say, hey, I hope that you're looking for a cleaning company today and this is how much I charge. I would hope that you would instead say, I want to have a personality. I want to have a conversation. I want to get them laughing. I want to talk about something. I want to present what I want to present in the correct way. And so you have to look at what your marketing is of your door hanger and say, am I presenting how I want to present it in the correct way? If you go into search, people are looking for something. There's a sea of people who are bidding for those same people. So yes, you can either lose them all because, well, let me put it this way. You can either be in the sea of all the other fish and hope that you just get the worm dropped in front of you and you get it, or you can be the one that's different, that either they say, oh, I don't want that fish. I want one of the generic fish. Great. Knock yourself out. But there's going to be people who say, oh, I want that fish. And they're willing to go out of their way to get that fish. That's what you want. Because I've seen it both ways. I've seen the people who say, I'm just going to be a generic fish and clean well and hope that I can grow my cleaning company from this. And they just don't. And they scratch their heads and they say, well, Google doesn't work. Facebook doesn't work. My door hangers don't work. I'm not getting word of mouth traffic. Like nothing's working for me. And the reason is, what are people going to talk about? Like, let's go into this one. I want word of mouth traffic. Okay. So let's say that I get my haircut. I don't. I have long hair. But let's just say I get my haircut and it's a guy named Bob. And I really appreciate Bob because I have a weird shaped head, which is true. And Bob is going to helps with my head shape, helps me cover up my weird shaped head. If you said to me, or let's put it this way, someone says, man, I got a weird shaped head. I don't know what to do with it. I can say, oh, I get my hair cut at Fantastic Sam's by a guy named Bob. And Bob does a really good job with my weird shaped head. That's a word of mouth referral. Now let's just say I don't have a weird shaped head and I just go to Fantastic Sam's and get my hair cut. What happens from there? Well, someone says, man, I got a weird shaped head. Cool. Can't help you. Right? Or if someone says, hey, Jered, I love your haircut. Where do you get your haircut? I would say, I don't know, I get it done at Fantastic Sam's. That's it. That's my referral. But if there's something that you can brand yourself as that you're specifically really good at, you become that to them. People want to have something that they can label you as. And so, like, for example, if I say to you, hey, tell me about your spouse. What is something they're really good at? You probably have something off the top of your head. Yeah, my spouse is really this. You label them. Tell me about your best friend. Why is your best friend your best friend? Why isn't it your next door neighbor your best friend? Why is your best friend someone you consider that? You're probably going to go, well, I really like this about them. You have a label that's associated with them. So my question is, why does somebody like you, not your cleaning, but you, what is it about you that they like?
Real quick, Cleaning Nation, if you can think about how you found out about this podcast, maybe a tweet, a Facebook message, iTunes search, some sort of Instagram post, the only way we grow is word of mouth. We don't do paid ads. We don't run ads. You are it. The only ask I have is if you're getting value, share the love. However you found out about this, if it's a review or post, whatever it is, do that. Pay it forward so the next cleaning company owner can change their life as well. Back to the show.
What is it about how you communicate, how you do things, how your systems work that they like, that they're able to say, if, hey, I own a dental office and my cleaners suck and I'm talking to my doctor friend. My doctor says, oh, I have this cleaning company. Oh, really? Tell me about it. They clean my place. That's not what we want. We want to be able to say, the guy's name is Spencer, and he is 6'5" and laughs like Santa. The only reason I say that is that we have someone named Spencer who's 6'5", and he doesn't laugh like, oh, he kind of has a belly laugh. So if he was listening, he would see where that was coming from. That's very individual characteristics. What we would really want is someone to say, oh, this is who they are, and they're great. They leave cookies for us every Friday. That, ding, they're great, and they leave cookies for us every Friday is much better than, we have this cleaning company, they're great. That's just, okay, great, I'll get to that. But when you have, it's called talk trigger. When you have a talk trigger of, oh, they leave cookies, like now you're moving the peanut in the right direction. So let's talk Google My Business. Let's just put this principle into practice here. So you have a Google My Business listing. Google has done all that they can. You know what Google wants? You to be a fish. They are like the college that I went to. They want you to have the same haircut. They want you to have the same no shorts, and they want you to have no facial hair. And so you need to find the thing that's going to help you stand out a little bit. You need to find something that can say, well, I'm going to obey the rules, but what can I do to attract the people that I want? So you do have control over the pictures that you have in Google My Business. And you can have those pictures be fun and different. And imagine how much more powerful that's going to be when Google presents all of your competitors and you have these pictures that are fun. A good example of this is totally off the top of my head, maybe something I would think about if I owned a cleaning company, is that I would have my first 10 pictures be really staged. Do you know what I mean by that? Meaning like you've got stuff all over the counters and you have this cleaner that's big smile on their face, their uniform on, that's just cleaning this thing. And then you get it, and then you have a little text in the corner that's like, we love cleaning up after you slobs, or something along those lines. And then it's the next thing, and they're vacuuming, and there's all this. You just stage it really dramatic so that they're just like, what is going on here? And they look at it, and then they can get like, oh, this is a sense of humor. This person's, they're funny. Yeah, they're looking at this lightheartedly. And what you're doing is, and this is important in online marketing as well, is they're getting the click. So you're getting someone to go, wait, what is this? And they're coming in, and now you've got them. You have a 0% chance of of winning anyone over if they don't ever click your listing. 0%. But if they click your listing, you got a chance. And so that's what the lime green Taco Bell shirt is, the chance I have. And in your scenario, these pictures that you do is a chance that you have. And so based on whatever your brand is, your voice is, you can kind of look at that and say, and I'm speaking from a Grow My Cleaning Company standpoint, right? That would be the direction that we would kind of go, is what we would make it really over the top, because it would be funny. And that's kind of what we do, is we kind of poke fun at that kind of stuff. So here is my last thing I'm going to leave you with. There is a tool called ChatGPT, and you've probably heard of it. But if you just Google ChatGPT and sign into this and go into it, there are ways that you can use ChatGPT to give you some ideas on this type of stuff. So you guys can, when we were at the event, somebody was from the South, I remember, and she had a Facebook ad, and she said, I want this Facebook ad to relate more with the people I'm targeting, which are people from the South. So she said to ChatGPT, can you rewrite this ad with a Southern sense of humor? And it did. And it did a great job. And so this is a great tool that you can use that can help you get your messaging right. And once you have that messaging, it needs to then become your talk trigger. What essentially you do is you create that as like the tree of your business, this unwavering, rooted thing that allows you to kind of produce the fruits off of that tree. So everything that you do kind of compasses back to this tree. We have this within Grow My Cleaning Company, right? We have kind of our core values that we have and how we approach our marketing, and then everything that we do, you know, if this apple over here, we're able to take that apple and say, well, where does this apple originate from? From this branch. And where does this branch originate from? From this bigger branch. And where does this bigger branch connect to? The trunk. And where's this trunk connected to? Our tree. And we're all connected in what we're doing. And so it's all cohesive. It works. And we're able to grow with clarity this way. And I hope that as you're, you know, out in the world, and I'm sure as owners of cleaning companies, you get approached by different opportunities and different coaches. And I'm hoping that we stand out to you because of the way that we do our stuff and that we're a little bit different. So that's my homework for you, is find what it is that your talk trigger is. What is the thing that is going to attract someone to you? How are you not going to be in the sea? And then after that, so this is where the reason why I'm hitting this, you're thinking, Jered, you're an online marketer, you have all this experience. Why are you talking and beating this point home? Because if you came to me and said, Jered, I want more leads, like I could probably get you more leads, but I want to grow and develop and get, and just really grow a business. Oh, well then you're gonna have to adjust your voice. Because yeah, I can get the low hanging fruit. The people who are looking for a cleaner right now and just want to know how much you are. I could do that for you. But do you want a brand? Do you want people to talk about you? Do you want to stand out organically? That comes from a voice. And so if I owned a cleaning company, that's where I would be putting my emphasis. Yeah. Okay. If you've enjoyed this episode, you're welcome. We have call to actions. I know that one of them, oh, this is one of them. Oh, this is actually a great one. So Mike we don't do live events very often. Well, we do for internally, so for people who are within our program. But cold, pretty much never. Do you know why? Let's just talk about this. They're hard to fill from a marketing standpoint, from a paid traffic standpoint. That's a better way to say that. Paid traffic is hard to fill live events. It's very well known that this is the case. You know, agencies, all this kind of stuff. We know this. So you pull from your warm, meaning people who've signed up and are on your email list and in your world, all that kind of stuff. That's where you get these type of people that's in. And so it's not something that you can do all the time, because you have to have time to build up your warm audience so that you can properly do live launches. So in this scenario, it's been years since we've done one. Years. And COVID had something to do with that. And then we just kind of were doing other things and whatnot. And so when we opened this up, we knew there was going to be a big demand for what we're doing, because it's been years from what we're doing, and our warm is quite large. And so there is a hot spot when it comes to live events. And it's usually about 3 weeks before the event. Because if you try to sell it too late, if we're like, hey, we're having a live event in September, you're like, great, talk to me in, August. So we are approaching, I think we're just about maybe a couple of days away from the 3 week mark. This is usually when it will fill up. because now people can see April clear enough. I don't even know the dates of it. It's the last week of April, I think, or maybe the second to last week of April. It's the second to last week of April. That's what it is. So that now people are starting to look into their April calendar and are starting to make the decisions of what they're going to do. I can almost guarantee that this live event will fill up probably in the next 9 days, would be my guess. And so if you're on the fence about something like this, or if you're like, I really want to learn the clean profit method as fast as I can, not being bogged down with, like the way we teach it now, not saying that this is the wrong way by any means, but we teach it over a 9-week period. So they have 9 weeks. It's all done online. You're in a community. There's people kind of coming in and out of what we're doing. This is like for people who specifically, like, I need to look someone in the eyes when I learn. Like, I need to have it there. I need an extremely visual person, and I want to have someone hold my hand and help me overcome the things that are tailored to my business. This is a great opportunity for you, a great opportunity. So if that is you, if you're the type of person who's like, yes, I relate with this, this is the way I want to learn, and I'm a cleaning company that wants to freaking grow this year, dog, the next 9 days, this thing's going to fill up. Just join this thing. Come over here. You have to be, it's invite only, but that's a strong word. What that actually means is we just want to make sure that you're not some loser who has no intentions of growing their cleaning company. We just want to make sure that you understand that this is going to be a life-changing thing for you and that you're all in so that both parties can benefit from this. So go to, I don't even know the website, growmycleaningcompany.com/live event. Well, it'll be in the show notes, whatever it is. I should know this, but I don't. And then register for that, because this will be something that'll be really great for your business. And I think that getting on a phone call, even with Mike in general, just talking out where you're at in your business can be really helpful. And then obviously coming to Arizona and doing this face-to-face is going to be life-changing for you. So I highly recommend, as a person who attends a lot of live events, I highly, highly, highly recommend them. All right. Hopefully we will see you guys at the live event, and catch you guys next time.
Well, here we are, the end of the podcast, and you made it. Great job. I've got a little bonus for you for sticking through with me, but like I mentioned before, if you got value out of this podcast and you want to show a little love, subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, Spotify, wherever the heck you're listening to this thing. Share it with a friend, share the love. And as a special thank you for those of you that stuck with me to the end, how about I give you my personal phone number so we can text? It's a great way for me to get to know you, your business, your goals personally. So shoot me a text now, 602-932-6431, 602-932-6431. I am the only one who responds to these texts, and I will personally respond to everyone I possibly can as long as this number is manned. Don't know how long we're going to keep this at the end of the podcast, so grab it now, 602-932-6431. Give me a text, say hey, can't wait to meet you.